Hey everybody, I'm Rick Beach. Harris County and Manchester has met 37 times, many on this very field. After a 19-year hiatus, that rivalry is renewed.
Don't beat this out, because this is what they say. I heard this. If you want the hell knocked out of you, come to Manchester and take a left at the light.
Tyler Dunn. I'm from Manchester, Georgia. I grew up there, born and raised. Played there football seasons 1994 to 97. Got the opportunity to play against Harris County twice in 96 and 97. Went 1 win, 0 losses, and 1 tie against Harris County during that time. The tie was in 1996 and the win was in 1997. I work in education and I've been all over West Central Georgia. I've worked at Manchester High School as assistant principal. I was at Troop for a little bit, and now I work here in Harris County. I work as a CTA director for the school system, work primarily with high schools. For a short time, I was also the principal at Harris County High School. Learned a lot of great lessons in high school. One of the most important things that I learned was teamwork, knowing that I needed to rely on the people around me, my teammates. I couldn't do everything on my own. I also learned hard work. You know, I knew there was a whole lot of effort and prices that had to be paid on the front end before I had the opportunity to play in a game or to compete. And then pride too. You know, I wanted to feel good about what I did, and after I'd paid my price, done the workout, practices, those sorts of things, I wanted to be a winner on the other side of that. My mom taught at Manchester High School since the early 80s, and I went to high school games from the time I could run around. And I can remember always playing Harris County. What was unique about our rivalry, in my opinion, was we were right on the border with each other. We had so many friends that went to school with us for a little while, then went to Harris County. Some may have even come back. And so when we got on the field together in high school and played against each other, it was friends playing against each other. Sometimes it was family on the other side of it. So it's a quasi-civil war where you know the people intimately, and there's a whole lot of pride in winning that game. It's great to be able to play them again. Manchester is still a pretty small school, especially compared to Harris County. You're talking about a single A school versus a 5A school. But again, you're going to put 11 guys on the field on each side of the ball. So it's just exciting to see some of those rivalries come back. Like I said, people grew up together. You go to the Pine Mountain and West Point and Durand area, and you've got kids that live around those areas and might have gone to elementary school with some of these people they're playing against. And just to be able to rekindle that flame and, like I said, kind of beat your chest a little bit after the game. The winner will be able to. It's going to be a lot of community support. They're going to be making some noise and pointing some fingers and might be a little mad during the game, but when it's all over, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised at how hands are shaking and hugs are embraced and those sorts of things.
Darius Brooks, I graduated from Harris County High School. I attended 2004 through 2007. We played them 2 years, my freshman and sophomore year. Years after that, we scrimmaged. I really don't count those, but we did get out there and compete. At halftime, who knows who's winning, but good competition. Coaching here at Harris County, I'm the defensive coordinator and I coach the secondary. I'm a physical education teacher. Things that we went through when I was in high school, pretty tough. Coaches, prepared us for, being an adult, leaving the school, get out in the workforce, but gracefully, I was able to continue my education, go to WKU, play football, but I would just say toughness. Growing up, every year, that's something that, I heard about the people that played on the team, they always look forward to. Like I said, they always talked about it. We're so close, right over the mountain, and I even actually went to school with kids from over there, so every time we got a chance to play them, it was always a lot of talking, a lot of yapping, here and there, but it was always good yapping. But like I said, every time they played them on Fridays every year, it was a great atmosphere. I only got to attend like 3 games, but every time 10 o'clock, 10:30, I was waiting on the news who won that game. The youth needs to know, what it really means to, play against the Blue Devils. Like I said, it's so close. People, still got family over there. Like I said, I think it's gonna help community financially because I honestly believe it's gonna be a sellout game. When I played against them, we had the whole entire Harris County Stadium packed, kids on the fence. Like I said, it's just gonna be a great atmosphere. My barber stays in LaGrange. My last year playing them, he actually was the guy that I couldn't get away from. Every time I tried to get a touchdown, he would come in and stop me. He never let me live it down. And I think that, man, I'm tired of all the talking. It's been years we've been wanting to play each other. You know, and I think this year right here, it's going to be a start of something good going into the future. I'm ready for it. With the rivalry, I think what makes it so intense, you know, pretty much, you know, for me, I'm from Pine Mountain, Georgia. You know, and Pine Mountain, like I said, is separated on three different counties in one surrounding city. We got one side of the street is Meriwether County, other side is Troup County, Harris County. So the people that, you know, we compete against, they right across the street from you. So what else better than coming out after a win and you walking across the street and telling your neighbor, we got the dub.
After Harris County, I went to Georgia Southern, where I played football for Georgia Southern University on a program that was very accomplished. Won 3 conference titles and 1 national titles. Actually played in 2. Football for me was the first, you know, my first educational part of being a team. Depending on other people for a goal, you know, just the camaraderie. Some of my best friends are from those teams are high school. We still are, you know, friends now. Just helped me understand life as a person. The rivalry was great. I mean, a lot of those guys went and played rec league here, but just went on to like Manchester and other schools around the community to play. So leading up to the week, it was a lot more than just playing against another community. You playing against, you know, family, friends, people that you knew, people that you was gonna see on Sunday, and the bragging rights and the whole atmosphere leading up to the game. You had to get your tickets, like, you know, in advance even to get into the game. That rivalry and that game just meant so much to this community as far as bragging rights and even just conversation and the overall competition of this community. Success that both of those programs had last year. I'm looking forward to just seeing, you know, the competition again for this region of Georgia. I think that we produce a lot of great talent in this region. So it's, for me, just seeing these kids get to go to school and pursue their dreams and just have that overall, it's nothing like college football and it's nothing like high school football. So all those kids just, you know, for some, this is their last part of playing athletics or playing football. So it means a lot for Georgia athletes. So, I mean, for this community, I think it's well needed for us to have this game year in and year out. Just being from this area and like knowing people that went to Manchester. I mean, I still have family that lives in Manchester. I know people that live in Manchester. Many of them are on the border of Harris County and Meriwether County. It's more than just a game. I mean, like I said, it's more than, you know, you wake up on that Saturday morning and you'll go to a rec game and you'll see your friends and family. You had a little smirk on your face like, yeah, we got y'all this time. But I think it's needed in this area, the hype for this game and just the overall what it's gonna do for both of these programs and the school to see that game happen again.
I have the actual record from the 80s that I reached out to my coach and I grabbed. So the actual record from the rivalry against Manchester and Harris County actually is 29-7-1. Actually, I was a part of the tie with Calvin Hamlin. My personal record, we was undefeated against Harris County. What high school football did for me, it kind of started like a bond and a family-oriented relationship that I had with not only my high school teammates, also my college teammates. So we're constantly in contact. We're always talking football. And now with my boys, we can't wait to Sunday. We can't wait to Friday nights, Saturday nights. This rivalry here, great rivalry. Stands packed, no food at the concession stand, no room to stand, no room to sit. Everybody on their toes, because if you blink an eye, you miss a moment. Well, I can tell you what it means for Meriwether County. If you don't get there early, if you don't get nothing to eat early, you won't eat, because the whole town will be closed. Everyone will be at that game. There will not be an empty seat. There will not be a space on the fence. So get there. I have a kid on each side on both teams, and my house is so chaotic. Having one kid, my oldest child go to Manchester and my youngest kid go to Harris County, They're steady at each other's necks. Who's gonna win, who's gonna score, who's gonna hit the hardest, who's gonna get fumbles, who's gonna get interceptions. And we've been going through this all summer, ever since he transferred, ever since camp started. So it's an ongoing battle at my house. As I said before, look at the zoom in camera. As I said before, if you don't get there, if you don't get to Manchester, Georgia, game night, Harris County, Manchester, Georgia, Harris County against Manchester, if you don't get there early, you'll be left out and you will miss a great game. This is great. This is great for the community. This is great for the surrounding areas. This is great for the alumni. This is great for current students. This is great for future students, because this rivalry here for the surrounding communities, as Coach previously said, the next day we have bragging rights. Whoever win that game that Friday, we can actually look at each other with a smirk. We got y'all this year. But little did we know, the next year's coming. So, it's all about bragging rights, and, we talking about old days and old stats. And actually, not to cut anything short, I was player of the week against Harris County, 1998.